Good morning, Oracles. So we've got lots of little tidbits of information that we have gotten over the last 24 hours. And I want to share it all with you. And one of my favorite things that came out of all of this was Rob over at Tesla Daily got Elon Musk to agree to an interview with him. That is going to be awesome. Elon actually suggested that he brings on Dave Lee as well. So I'm really, really excited for that because I love the interviews that Elon has. I loved when he had the Babylon Bee. I love when Lex Friedman had interviewed him. But now having Rob and Dave interview him, it's kind of like having one of us. It's like having one of our own interview Elon. So this is going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. So congratulations, Rob, on hitting your 1,000th podcast and for getting Elon to agree to this. So that's awesome. And yesterday we did get the numbers out of China. It was 59,000 vehicles delivered in China in January. That was right in line with expectations. So there were 40,500 exports and 19,300 vehicles sold domestically. So great numbers. Again, down from December. We kind of expected that. And now going into February with the Chinese New Year, we'll expect another slower month of production and potential deliveries over the course of February. Not a big deal. This is expected with the downtime. And now other news coming out of China. There are rumors and a tweet that went out about a second factory location for China. This was dispelled immediately by Tesla's vice president of sales over there in China, discussing how that is not true, that is not where they're going to. They did mention that they are looking forward to planning the future of Tesla in China, but they did say that that is not the case for the factory. Whether that is just them telling us no because they don't want to disclose that information yet or not, we will have to wait and find out. We did find out that in Beijing, they look like they will be opening up their design center there. And we know that Tesla in China is going to continue to grow. Where and when and how still have yet to be seen, but we're starting to get some little bits of information here and there. Seems like the $25,000 vehicle or compact car, because I don't know if it's going to be $25,000 anymore, is going to be designed and produced in China. It sounds like that is what is going to happen. Perhaps it gets designed over in Beijing. I don't know. We also don't know. Maybe the new place of the new factory location will be the factory that they produce this vehicle out of. Again, lots of different speculation and rumors at this point, but it looks like it is going to be happening at some point in the future. And now over to Germany, while we still await the approval of Berlin to go through. Over in Prum Germany, they do have the building completed, at least the exterior of it completed, for Tesla Automation. It's a company they bought back in 2016, and they are now changing it over. And this factory produces microprocessors, memory chips, airbag sensors, and it also manufactures the robotics that are used for battery and electronics production. So this goes along with a lot of things we've seen from other factories from Tesla, especially over in Austin, where not only do they have their own vertical integration with production buildings right nearby their main production facility, but other third-party vendors also create buildings nearby. So this way they're not having to worry about shipping products from all over the world to get there. They have everything right on site. Everything. They could literally go next door and get the products that they need to produce their vehicles. I mean, this is efficiency at its finest. And by having this vertical integration and this efficiency, that gives them the luxury of more margin. And with the 4680 batteries that we talked about yesterday, that bringing cost of each vehicle down even more is going to bring up margins even higher. So when you work with a lot of meat on the bone with your product, that gives you a lot of pricing power, especially when demand is as high as it is for Tesla right now. Tesla can literally sell every single vehicle that they can produce. So they have such luxury of pricing power, they can literally say, you know what do we want for margins this quarter? Let's price our vehicles accordingly. So it's nice to have that. And it's nice to see that they're not flaunting that and really gouging everybody. They're doing it accordingly to keep along with their goals that they want to have. But to have a 30+% margin on your vehicles in a situation where you're only going to be lowering costs because you're becoming more efficient and because you're producing better materials like the 4680 battery for your vehicles, it just gives them the power to control whatever they want to control with pricing and with demand. And with all of that pricing power means that they can literally control their own destiny going forward. And while they have no specific control over the stock price, when you look at the fundamentals, they have a lot of control over all of that right now. And so yesterday the stock did climb a little bit, almost 2%, which was nice. It was a crazy day. You know, pre-market, the price was down under $840, and then all of a sudden it went up to almost $900 over the course of the day, finished in the green when everything else was in the red for the markets. NASDAQ was flat as you could possibly be. And so Tesla still finished green. So Tesla is now trading in a very nice consolidation period, as we have been talking about. So consolidating between 850 and 950. So it's squeezing itself down, seems to be working itself into a wedge pattern that is waiting for a potential breakout. Whether it's going to be a breakout or a breakdown, we don't know. But looking at all the positive catalysts that we have coming up, seems to me like it's going to be one of these catalysts that causes a breakout. Now, unfortunately, we have the macro environment that's kind of suppressing everything at the moment, but I think Tesla is going to kind of break out of that pattern whenever we get whatever news it is that's going to break us out of this consolidation period. Now, if we do break out, how high will we go? We don't know. Tesla notoriously goes on 21-day runs, but with the macro environment the way it's at right now, if we don't break out soon, I have a feeling it will be a shorter run or might just not be as high. Or it could be a fake out breakout, and maybe we break out and then come right back into consolidation. There's just so many factors going on in the macro environment that I think any sort of breakout may get suppressed. I would love to see it run. Obviously, I'm a huge bull Tesla long term, but in the short term, I've got to face reality, and reality is if it does run, it probably will not run for a long time. But I do know that many of you have been playing options on it, and you've been doing quite well with the options. You really got to monitor because, as you guys know, the stock is fluctuating very rapidly. So, if you can play this, you might be able to play it up and down and play these roller coaster rides. I know for me, if we do catch that breakout, if we hit 950 to 1,000, I will sell out a couple of my shares from my IRA and then wait for it to come back down again to buy back in. It's a risky play, something I'm going to do, and you've got to make your own decisions for your own portfolio. But this is something I'm going to be looking at doing, knowing the roller coaster ride we are most likely going to be on for the course of the year. Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure Rob and Dave are going to ask, all of their subscribers, and I'm sure some of you are subscribers of theirs as well, what questions you would want to ask Elon. So I'll ask you the same. If I can reach out to Rob and Dave and share any of your questions with them, what is it that you would like to ask Elon if you had an interview with him? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Thank you so much. Have a great one.